Your 20s, a time of freedom, adventure, and bad financial decisions? Yeah, I'm guilty of it too. We're often told to live in the moment, but those early years shape the next decade and beyond. By 30, you could either be stuck in a financial hole or riding the wave of your wealth-building journey. Today, I'm sharing 7 things I knew about money in my 20s, because what you do now can change your life forever. Stick around to the end to hear the most powerful money principle I wish I'd understood earlier. Hint, it's the secret weapon behind self-made millionaire. The first thing I knew, seriously, this is non-negotiable. Imagine this, your car breaks down, you lose your job, your apartment floods. These things happen, and they seem to happen at the worst possible time. Without an emergency fund, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're forced to make tough decisions that could set you back financially for. Do you put the car repair on a credit card with a sky-high interest rate? Do you borrow money from family and friends, putting a strain on those relationships? Do you dip into your retirement savings, sacrificing your future for your present? None of those options sound good, right? That's why having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up is crucial. This isn't about depriving yourself, it's about peace of mind. Knowing that you can handle whatever life throws your way without derailing your financial future, that's priceless. Now I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, Graham, and you're right, it's not always easy. But here's the thing, building an emergency fund is about forming good habits. It's about prioritizing your financial security above instant gratification. Start small. Even if it's just $50 a week, make it a habit to automatically transfer that money into a separate savings account. One you won't touch unless it's a real emergency. As you get raises or bonuses, increase that amount. It might feel slow at first, but trust me, it adds up fast. Remember, an emergency fund isn't about getting rich quick. It's about protecting yourself from financial disaster and giving yourself a solid foundation to build upon. It's the difference between reacting to financial emergencies and being prepared for them. Let me tell you a little story. Remember your first paycheck? You probably thought you'd spend it all, but then you got that raise, the promotion, the bigger paycheck, the one that gave you more freedom. And what happened? You upgraded your lifestyle, the nicer apartment, the new car, the fancy dinners. It all seemed so attainable. But here's the catch: lifestyle inflation is a silent wealth killer. It's like a sneaky thief in the night, slowly draining your bank account without you even realizing it. You work hard, you earn more, but somehow, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Sound familiar? The truth is, it's not about how you earn, it's about how much you. And if you're constantly upgrading your lifestyle to match your income, you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of working just to pay for a lifestyle you don't even have time to enjoy. So, how do you break free? First, you need to track your spending. I know, it sounds boring. But trust me, it's an eye-opening experience. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even a good old-fashioned notebook, whatever works for you. Once you have a clear picture of where your money is going, you can start making conscious choices about your spending. It's about breaking free from the cycle of lifestyle inflation and building a life of true wealth and freedom. The kind of freedom that comes from having choices, not being chained to a paycheck. You've heard the phrase live within your means, right? But here's the thing. When you're charging everything to credit cards that carry high interest rates, you're living your means. And it's a ticking time bomb. Think of it like this. Every time you swipe your credit card for something you can't afford, you're essentially borrowing money from your future self and charging yourself interest for the privilege. And that interest, it can quickly snowball into an unmanageable mountain of debt. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have $5,000 in credit card debt at an 18% interest rate. If you only make the minimum payments, it'll take you over to pay off that debt, and you'll end up paying over $5,000 in interest alone. That's like flushing $5,000 down the drain. So, how do you escape the credit card debt trap? First, stop digging. Seriously, put those credit cards away, or better yet, cut them up. The less accessible they are, the less likely you'll be to use them. Next, create a budget and stick to it. I know budgeting doesn't sound like the most exciting thing in the world, but it's the key to taking control of your finances and breaking free from the debt cycle. Finally, prioritize paying off your credit card debt as quickly as possible. There are a few different strategies you can use: the snowball method, the avalanche method, but the most important thing is to have a plan and be consistent. Remember, credit card debt can feel overwhelming, but it's not a life sentence. You break free and regain control of your finances. Chapter 4. The Power of Compound Interest, Your Money's Secret Weapon. You've probably heard of compound interest, like in your high school econ class, right? It's when your money earns interest on your initial investment, any interest you've already earned. It's often called the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. But I'll be honest, I never really how it was until I started investing myself. If I could go back in time, I would have started investing the moment I had a steady paycheck. Think of it like this: when you invest your money, you're essentially planting a seed. That seed grows into a tree, and that tree produces more seeds, which grow into more trees, and so on. Over time, your wealth grows exponentially, all thanks to the magic of compound interest. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to compound. Even small amounts, invested consistently over time, can grow into a significant nest egg. Let me give you an example. Let's say you invest $100 per month starting at age 25 in a low-cost index fund that earns an average annual return of 7%. By the time you retire at age 65, you'll have over $286,000. That's the power of compound interest in action. Now imagine you wait until you're 35 to start investing that same $100 per month. By age 65, you'll have just over $100,000. That's a difference of over $185,000, all because you started investing 10 years earlier. So what are you waiting for? Start investing today. Even if it's just a small amount, your future self will thank you. Chapter 5. Financial Education, your key to financial freedom. One of the biggest things I knew earlier was the importance of financial education. You don't have to be a financial wizard, but you need to be financially literate. Think about it. We're taught all sorts of things in school: math, science, history. But when it comes to managing our money, we're often left to figure it out on our own. No wonder so many people feel lost and confused when it comes to their finances. But here's the good news. Financial education is more accessible than ever before. There are countless books, podcasts, websites, and YouTube channels like this one, dedicated to helping you understand the basics of personal finance. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Talk to a financial advisor, a trusted friend or family member, or even just do some research online. The more you learn about money, the more confident and empowered you'll feel to make smart financial decisions. And remember, financial education is an ongoing process. The financial world is constantly changing, so it's important to stay up to date on the latest trends and strategies. The more you invest in your financial education, the better equipped you'll be to achieve your financial goals and create a secure financial future for yourself and your loved ones. Chapter 6. Time is your greatest asset. Don't waste it. In your 20s, you have one thing that can buy time. Time to make mistakes, time to learn, and time to invest. And let me tell you, time is when it comes to building wealth. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Remember the example from earlier about compound interest? That's the power of time working in your favor. But it's not just about investing. It's about using your time wisely in all areas of your financial life. It's about paying off debt sooner rather than later, so you can start building wealth faster. It's about learning about personal finance now, so you can make informed financial decisions throughout your life. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I'll start saving later, or I have plenty of time to get my finances in order. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Don't waste this precious time. Start small, be consistent, and let the power of time work its magic. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Chapter 7. The game-changing tip: accelerate your wealth-building journey. So, you've learned about the importance of emergency funds, avoiding lifestyle inflation, conquering credit card debt, harnessing the power of compound interest, investing in your financial education, and understanding that time is your greatest asset. But how do you make the most of all this knowledge and accelerate your wealth-building journey? Well, I have one last game-changing tip that will do just that. Are you ready for it? Here it is. Invest in yourself. That's right. The best investment you can make is in. This means investing in your education, your skills, and your personal growth. It means learning new things, expanding your knowledge base, and developing valuable skills that will increase your earning potential. Here's the thing: the more you earn, the more you can save and invest. And the more you save and invest, the faster you'll reach your financial goals. It's a virtuous cycle. So how do you invest in yourself? Take courses, attend workshops, read books, and listen to podcasts. Network with people in your field, find a mentor, and never stop learning. Remember, the more valuable you become, the more you can earn. And the more you earn, the faster you can build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Outro, take control of your financial future. So, there you have it, what I knew about money in my 20s, but now that you know these financial game changers, The real question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Start building that emergency fund, stop inflating your lifestyle, pay off debt, invest, and remember, time is on your side if you act now. And hey, if you want to dive deeper into and how it can change your financial future, I've got a video you're going to love. Click right here to learn how small investments today can lead to massive wealth tomorrow. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.